Well, a very good evening to you on what is pretty close to an ideal evening for football. There is barely a cloud evident. The world and his wife have gone to great lengths to be here for a match of great consequence and massive interest in these parts. Barely a breath of wind, so the football has no excuses for not being at its very best. The teams I know are pumped for this. They are fantastic scenes in the stands. There is a great sense of drama here, a great sense of excitement and expectation. It is a venue this which simply adds to the spectacle of the game it stages. One of the most impressive arenas in this part of the world. It's Lewandowski! Big moment! Massive goal!
What a start, and what a contribution from the main man. I had a feeling he might do something, given his reputation, but to do it like that, absolutely brilliant. I wasn't expecting that.
And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Well, you know, sometimes it pays off not to think too much about things, just put your foot through it, and that was a good example. Great contact, and the keeper had very little chance.
Germany trail at this early stage. How will they respond? And the shot! Goal! Germany are all square. Speed of thought, efficiency of movement, and certainty of outcome.
Well, I think the keeper has every reason to rip into that defence for allowing him to get into such a good position.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, they just couldn't have responded any better, Peter. Yeah, there's the old cliche about how teams can lose focus after scoring, but you still have to take your chances. Brilliant.
Toni Kroos out to the right. He's making good use of his strength there, just refuses to be out-muscled. Kroos. So midway through the first half, and it is a tight old tie. Sané. Who's ball? Who's going to get there? Goretzka did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. And it's Müller. Coutinho set up one goal so far. Kimmich tries to get it forward quickly. Lewandowski. Neuer deals with it effortlessly. Kimmich goes looking. Werner. Now the counter. And it's Coutinho. Goretzka. Hernandez cuts it out. Thiago. Goalkeeper's ball. Toni Kroos. Germany can't make any sort of inroad despite all this possession. And it's Müller. Javi Martinez. Goretzka. Sané. Good idea, just poorly executed. Is there any support? He might not need it. Müller. And through to the goalkeeper. Javi Martinez. Werner gets it back. Pavard. Goretzka. And here's Coutinho.
Philippe Coutinho really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
And here's Royce. Royce gets it out to the wing. Royce. Big chance! He's delivered all right! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
It's rarely a problem when that much time is important.
The whistle goes for half-time. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just 1 separating them. So there was the first half.
Well, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Well, we're already into the second period.
Bayern Munich don't need to press the panic button just yet. They may have to tweak their setup first if they don't grab an early goal in this second half. They can't hold back though.
Gundogan finds himself eased off the ball. Kroos. Nice one too. Sané. He's had a real chance! And in it goes! 2 up and threatening to pull clear! What about that, Jim Beglin?
And that's what the game is all about. Find space and finish, but we have to credit the passer to pick him out.
So the lead now is 2.
The crowd are calling for this to be put to bed. There's little sympathy about.
And it's Javi Martinez. Coutinho sticks in a foot to win it back. Forward it goes. Germany are leaving men forward, threatening to break.
Well, if they're not putting the work in by getting back, they have to deliver with this tactic.
Rudiger. Ginter plays it forward. Goretzka battles to win it back. Lewandowski. Müller. Sané hoists it forward. Pavard drives it forward. Lewandowski cut out in the nick of time. Kimmich. Gundogan. Goretzka. And it's Gundogan. And it's played forward. Well played, he saw that coming. And here's Lewandowski. Thiago. Goretzka. Sané. Toni Kroos. He's got options out wide. Gundogan. He's got options in the box if he gets his head up. Goretzka. 75 minutes played. Thiago. Sané. Not much subtlety, he's launched himself there. Werner. Now it's Royce. Chance to hit one! Looking for a decent ball in. Oh, that is lovely footwork. It's a loose ball. Javi Martinez gives chase. Thiago going full steam ahead down the left flank. Schuler gets into the right position to intercept. Goretzka. Gundogan. Goretzka. Now oh, shooting chance! It's off target and by quite a way. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. 5 minutes left on the clock. Goretzka. And here's Gnabry. Neuer catches it safely. Draxler. Brandt. Royce, 2 goals to his name already. Hernandez plays it forward. And it's Goretzka. And a shot! And that is that. And in the end, it got away. They just weren't allowed to build on their lead. They lost their lead, and they lost the game. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, obviously they'll be disappointed with the loss, but, you know, they'll be back on the training ground working through their problems that will undoubtedly have been highlighted.
So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom and to wish you all a very Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. One glance and you know where we are. It is one of the most recognisable arenas for the beautiful game in the world. And boy, does it add to the occasion. They've got underway here pretty promptly. Jordan Henderson. Well played, he saw that coming. Roberto. Isco. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Roberto. Rodri. And it's Koke. And the through ball is intercepted. And here's Morata. Thiago. Thiago showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Quick glance at goal. Has a hit! A real chance and a real let-off.
Well, he did get himself into a good position, something for him to cling to.
Roberto. Isco. The other side yet able to force a breakthrough here. Mohamed Salah. Mane. Tried to play it through.
Look, he's offering an apology to his teammate, who's clearly miffed at not being picked out despite making what looked like the right run.
And here's Morata.
Yeah, that's top defending and preventing him turning, which can open up many possibilities.
Fabinho plays it forward. Mane. Oh, good take and a big chance! Oh, surely that deserved better.
It didn't quite come off on this occasion, but it only needs a gentle tweak.
He's gone for it! It's a carbon copy of the previous miss.
They're just lacking a cutting edge, Peter, and while that's fairly obvious, the rest of their attacking play is actually quite good.
Roberto. Koke. Isco. Well, needless to say, he was expecting a better ball than that. Fabinho. And it's Firmino. Real chance! Oh, that was nice, but oh, he's gifted it back. Fabinho. And here's Mohamed Salah. Fabinho. And here's Mohamed Salah. Keita. Henderson. Here it is, and a shot! is the breakthrough! There was to be only one outcome.
Yeah, that's brilliant from him. Such a calm finish. Just pick your spot, don't think about what the keeper's going to do, concentrate on what you have to do.
Liverpool take the lead, 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
He's there to receive it. Cut out in the nick of time. And that has been clubbed away. And it's Isco. It's come loose. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So there you have it, a close-fought half of football, but one that still had its moments. It ultimately produced just one goal. A more than decent game up to now.
Well, this team has found a real rhythm to their game. The players seem to have clicked well. There's good movement off the ball. The passes are sticking. No one's afraid to have a go.
Liverpool, heading for the dressing room, has a pop! Sticks it away! 2 to the good! They have breathing space! Well, from right in front of goal, there was no way he was going to miss.
Yeah, and all engineered, Peter, by some smart running and movement. That's already something to admire, but how about the pass? Just wonderful. Loved it.
Liverpool have a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, with this kind of authority, Peter, why not push on and totally kill this off?
Koke. Rodrigo. Well, they're looking at the referee, but he's waved play on. Well, that's clearly not what he wanted to do. Now it's Mane. And here's Roberto Firmino. Firmino tries to dink it in. Whipped in. In he flies! Brave effort, total commitment.
Well, he can't be accused of not being brave, Peter, and his boss will give him the thumbs up, I'm sure.
And it's played forward. And it's Morata. Isco. Rodrigo. Going for goal! Big relief, it just needed better contact. Spain are able now to make their substitution. It's been on the cards for a few moments now. Someone looks like he's in need of protection here.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
This could spell... He's gone for it! That has certainly tested the keeper.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
Koke. And here's Rodrigo. Koke. Koke really struggling to influence the game.
He needs a minder, and one of his teammates should be picking up on that, and quickly.
And here's Morata. Keita with a fine tackle. Jordan Henderson. Saul. There's the shot! Another chance! It's in! Great reactions in front of goal. He just saw what was on.
Well, as they say, Peter, if you don't speculate, you won't accumulate. And we've just witnessed a player who was rewarded for his willingness to take a risk, as cunning as it comes.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
Out towards the flank. A chance to play it in. Well, the crowd clearly like what they just saw. Some real no-nonsense defending. Koke. Spain get it back again. And it's Thiago.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Saul does well to read it and intercepts. Koke. Jordi Alba clips one through. Morata. Morata plays it backwards and they'll try again. Rodri. He could be in here.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still...
That's a foul, no two ways about it. There is some activity down on the touchline. It seems there's going to be a change.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious as to who was going to be taken off. His energy levels began to sag, and he was never going to last until the final whistle.
And it's Salah. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Mane. Oxlade-Chamberlain. He's managed to get himself offside.
Yeah, it's safe to say that they just need to manage this to secure the win now.
Hoists it high. Floated through. He's on, tries a shot!
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Just a few more moments for them to hang on. Now it's Koke. Alcacer. Fabinho. Board shows there will be 3 extra minutes. Oxlade-Chamberlain looks to clip it forward, looks to play him in. It's a minor communications breakdown. And time is up. Liverpool win it by the odd goal. Almost nothing in it. Perhaps a draw would have felt fairer. But that's the game, and they have won it at the margin. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
Well, good evening to you and welcome on this most perfect evening for a game of football. Conditions are absolutely splendid and the folk of this town have come out in their droves for this match. Why wouldn't they? It is an ideal circumstance for what could be an ideal game. Everybody has been attracted to it. It has been the talk of the town, and the buses have been packed, double-decker buses lining up outside. Coaches have carried thousands of away supporters here too, and all of it adds up to make a terrific, a crackling atmosphere. The match, I think, will be quite a spectacle. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. And already we're underway here. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Raphael Varane. He's solid in the air, Peter, he's tough in the tackle, and a very good reader of the game. Most of all, though, if something goes wrong when the...
It's Asa! Nacho. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, both sides seem happy with the patient approach for now, still trying to have a good look at one another.
And here's Rodrigo. Saul. Koke. Kroos positions himself well and cuts it out. Kroos with a good steal, well played. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. And here's Rodrigo. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Toni Kroos. And it's Isco. Benzema. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. And here's Rodrigo. Ball's loose, who's getting there?
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Madrid keep the ball, but can't do anything meaningful with it. Good run down the left. What can they make of it? I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Rodrigo. Koke. Saul. And here's Thiago. Hoists it forward. A real chance to break. And here's Azar. As Piliqueta gets it back. Good run, ultimately thwarted by an astute piece of defending. Crowd appreciates good football all round there. James Rodriguez. And he's there to cut it out. Koke. And it's played forward. And here's Thiago. Thiago gets it out to the wing. And it's Koke. And here's Thiago. That intervention was very necessary. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Koke. And here's Morata. Shoots! Toni Kroos. Isco plays it forward, gets the better of his man. Hazard!
And with the goal at his mercy, a dreadful miss.
Oh, I'm not sure what he had in mind, and I don't think he knew either.
Jordi Alba. Koke. That always looked inevitable. The defence dealt with that really well. Hazard. And it's half-time here. So the other team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goals. An intriguing half, lacking only in goals. The score 0-0. And we are already promptly back underway.
Well, that first 45 minutes didn't deliver as we'd hoped. Lots of effort, but a lack of quality with the finishing has left us hoping that someone can step up and produce something a little more magical.
And it's Rodrigo. Here it is now, surely! It's Koke!
Great build-up. It all deserved a better ending.
It's easy to say it, but difficult to stop it when runs in behind are being made like that.
Rafael Varane. Kroos. Casemiro. James Rodriguez. Benzema. Benzema has a goal!
Sergio Ramos is an obvious threat from set pieces. He needs special attention to stop him making a run.
And it's Varane. Benzema is being picked on here.
Well, there's certainly a coordinated attempt to shut him down, which is, I suppose, a natural response.
Morata. Has he picked him out? It has got through to him. Oh, shooting chance! And in it goes! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Morata showed real composure then. I mean, how often do you see a player do everything right until he gets into the box, only to completely kind of fluff the finish? Not him.
Spain break the deadlock.
Yeah, I had a feeling this was coming. Still, there's a fair bit of time if you're going to think about defending it now.
Hazard! Rodri. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, they may be down, but they're far from out. In terms of chances, they're right up there with these opponents.
Caught offside that time.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break.
Well, there's no two ways about it. This is what they have to do.
Spain can make their change now with a break in play. Saul. Isco receives it in a wide position. Plenty waiting in the middle. And the counter is on. Rodriguez tries to get it forward quickly. Benzema chooses to go back. Martinez. Now it's Benzema. Real chance! Oh, taken with style! Right back in it. Almost no time remaining. Game still on.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Yeah, it's a very good contest with two very good sides, and with such great individual talent on show, it could go either way.
Look, it's Asa! An absolute thunderbolt! About as smooth as it gets. They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
There's going to be another change here, so we have a double substitution going on here. Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Well, they're very much the better team.
Has a hit!
Should have put that one away.
Well, he's definitely kept the side in the game then. That's really good positioning. They could have doubled their lead there.
And that's been levered clear. Shoots!
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
Raspilicueta. Chance to shoot. Timely intervention.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Madrid need to hold on for a few more moments. Driving on, tries a shot! Goal! And surely that clinches it. There really is no way back now.
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. It was all very well drilled.
When the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's how you make an impact as a sub. You know, when most are tiring, you can impose a freshness and energy to best effect. What an introduction.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, some fans are already on their way out.
That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. Nacho goes looking. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Madrid winners after an absolutely outstanding game. Fabulous drama as they dragged it back from behind, made it happen and won. Well, after all of that, Jim, what are you thinking?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
Well, good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. Well, this really is a great venue. It adds so much character to every game it stages. There's the whistle, and here we go. Aguero. Gabriel Jesus tries leading the charge, but he's having to go it alone. Oh, the defence got the better of him this time, but I'm sure he'll go again. Now it's Morata. Saul. Good take, and he's had a look. Bernardo Silva. Silva. Now it's Aguero. Now it's Aguero. That's Piliqueta. That's Piliqueta. Forward it goes. Morata gets flagged offside. Isco. Now it's Aguero. Gabriel Jesus. And he's cut it out. Silva. He's gone for it! There it is!
Well, you know, thinking about that, I think they've perfected that on the training ground because it took them seconds to get the ball from back to front, and they really commit forward in numbers too. That was all very well drilled.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
Gundogan. The ball needed to be better there, it's a wasted chance. Thiago. Thiago showing full steam ahead down the left flank. And it's Morata. And here's Thiago. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Gabriel Jesus. And here's... has a goal! It's in! And they're at it again, in double quick time. That was a given, it always was.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, unsurprisingly, Peter, the opposition look completely stunned. I'm not sure they can gather themselves.
Isco. It's on a plate. And the shot! It's a goal!
It's a keeper's nightmare, Peter. He just couldn't pick up on it until it was way too late, having so many bodies in front of him.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Listen, goals change games, and that has changed the whole complexion of this one. They have the momentum now.
And it's De Bruyne. Looking to get within range. Both sides a bit too casual in possession. Oh, great chance! They've scored! A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Oh, high-quality goal, lovely first touch, sumptuous second. So the lead now is 2.
That has the feeling of a breath of fresh air, Peter, and now they can fill their lungs and just blow them away.
Isco. And here's Alcacer. And he's there to cut it out. Stones. Silva. Gabriel Jesus. Aguero. Saul. Jordi Alba. Saul drives it forward. Silva. Rodri positions himself well and cuts it out. Now it's Morata. Saul. And it's Isco. Alcacer. It's one! Really well taken goal. Half-time imminent. What a time to score.
Well, I think there's a few trying to claim offside, but he looks to have been on. Yeah, he was on.
Spain get themselves back into contention.
I think they can sense a comeback here, and so can this.
And we've reached half-time.
It's kind of a hard one to call, Peter, isn't it? I mean, from what we've seen so far, both sides have provided ample evidence that they can add more goals, and I'm sure their respective managers have reminded them that the next one will be pretty crucial. So it's going to be interesting to see how the teams come out for the next period.
So what a half. So many talking points, so many goals, so much drama. It's 3-2. This has gone, that's a foul.
Well, I think the alternative was to stand there and do nothing while he tried to score, and obviously he's not going to allow that, Peter, is he?
This an opportunity to pull level. Thiago with a real chance here. Thiago! Denied by a great piece of goalkeeping.
Well, I thought his starting position was good, and that helped the keeper to judge the flight of the ball and deal with it well.
Ederson catches it safely. Mondi. Silva. Mondi. Otamendi. De Bruyne. De Bruyne goes looking. Bernardo Silva. Rodri. And it's played forward. He's got through. Well read, he sorted that out. Well, there's no sign here of forwards working back. They are staying upfield.
They are, Peter, and it gives them a chance to break, but it's also causing an extra defensive presence to prevent that.
That's a good foot in there. He's had himself into trouble there. Free kick given away. De Bruyne clips one through. And through to the goalkeeper. Oh, terrible mistake. Gabriel Jesus. Nacho seems a free kick for that.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
That is some save from De Gea. Isco, who has set up 2 goals. And it's Alcacer. Isco. That intervention was very necessary.
Look, there are some very good headers of a ball in this team now, and they'll be demanding the right delivery to give them a chance to go at this.
Thiago. Goes for goal! It's in! Pretty simple finish in the end. What do you think, Jim?
Well, to his credit, he managed to ghost into space to finish things off, but the failure to spot him was ghastly defence.
This has become one superb game of football.
Look, Peter, I was on the fence before a ball was kicked, and I still haven't moved.
It's Bernardo Silva, Aguero, and the finish! Saul is there, and he can get that clear. Otamendi. De Bruyne. Pass needed to be better than that, and he knows it. Silva. It's pretty clear that he's being singled out.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Aguero has a go! And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne. Gabriel Jesus! Aimed in towards the centre. Cleared away. Timely intervention.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Gabriel Jesus. It's got through to him. Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
And here's Morata. Thiago, cut out in the nick of time. De Bruyne plays it forward.
You wonder if that's it now, but there may be one more opportunity.
The referee's awarded a free kick. Now this could be a pivotal moment. Dying minutes, free kick, great position. And it would take something pretty special. De Bruyne! That is some save from De Gea. Oh, the ball's come loose.
Well, both sides might have to settle for a draw here, although there's still a chance for one last fling.
Rodri. Koke. Rodri. Gundogan. And it's De Bruyne. De Bruyne. And here's Ansari! Information that there will be 4 minutes stoppage time. It's a brilliant interception. Koke. Sousa.
Well, they're supposed to be chasing a goal.
Oh, it's taken out. That'll be a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Rodri. And that is that. What a game. Wonderful stuff and the right result. Neither side really deserved to lose. Your reflections then, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
All that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all. Good evening wherever you are on this most pleasant evening. There has been a clamour to get inside the ground tonight for a much anticipated game. The roads outside of the stadium have been bumper to bumper with traffic. The car parks are full. There is a torrent of humankind making its way from the nearby station, and we expect every seat to be filled. An atmosphere of great expectation and excitement. This one of the great amphitheatres of the game. You are welcome to it, and indeed to one of the grandest fixtures. That's a foul there right on the edge of the box. So a big chance now from 12 yards to open the scoring. And he's buried it, 1-0. A time for a cool head, and that is precisely what he showed.
Well, the keeper certainly guessed right, but there was enough power to find the target.
So, a breakthrough already. And it's Mane. And he's cut it out. Rukani. Pjanic. Matuidi. Dybala. And here's Douglas Costa. Quick glance at goal. Just brushed off the ball there. Dybala. It's out for a goal kick. Forward it goes. Now it's Roberto Firmino. Now it's Mohamed Salah. It's a good foot in there. Hoists it forward. Oh, they can break here. It's Higuain! Alisson gives chase. Matip. And it's Matuidi. Douglas Costa. Matuidi. Shade too heavy. People can pick that up. Jordan Henderson. It's all a little short of forward momentum, lacking thrust. Robertson tries a pass forward. Juventus scored early, of course, and it's 1-0. And here's Mane. Firmino. Oh, well played. He needed to get that right. Szczesny gets good distance on it. Matuidi. Juventus get it back again. Chiellini. Matuidi. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Mane. Oh, well defended, that had to be done. Firmino. He's gone for it! Good try, the outcome could so easily have been different. Keeper's ball. And it's Salah. Firmino. Mane. Mohamed Salah. He's had a goal! Chiellini plays it forward. And here's Henderson. Rugani tries to get it forward quickly. Douglas Costa goes steaming forward.
Well, I don't think it was the wisest option, Peter, once he got into that position. It's not as if he didn't have people nearby.
And here's Henderson. And here's Henderson. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Mane. That intervention was very necessary. Mohamed Salah finds himself offside. Robertson battles to win it back. Mane. And he's there to cut it out. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. And here's Roberto Firmino. De Ligt. Pjanic. And it's Ramsey. Fabinho. And the first 45 minutes are up. And there we are, off they go for half-time. The breakthrough did indeed come in the first half, but there has only been that one goal. It is very, very tight.
Oh, what a terrific 45 minutes, all triggered by a helter-skelter tempo that has, you know, been very open, end-to-end, ding-dong stuff, with so much to enjoy. It's a cracking watch.
Juventus go in at half-time with a slender one-goal lead. And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half. Juventus carrying a one-goal lead. Good idea, just poorly executed. Ramsey, and here's Dybala. Gomez. Juventus have it back and they can go again. And a shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay. Fabinho. And it's Mane. And here's Roberto Firmino going through. Mane crosses it in low. Rugani.
We can assume that they've been instructed by the boss to stay in attack.
They're just looking to break, aren't they?
Yeah, the key now is just to get the ball to them as soon as possible. Douglas Costa.
Really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Higuain, he's had a look. Mane goes looking. A real chance to break. Now it's Mohamed Salah. Rugani. Matuidi. Oh, good interception. Jordan Henderson. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
There's a lot of football still to be played, Peter, so ideally they need to maintain an attacking endeavour. Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, hit and hope is just about the sum of it, isn't it, Jim?
Just has to be done.
A two-goal lead, and they're firmly in control. Deflection may or may not have made a difference. Little matter, it is his. Juventus grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, that second goal has given them so much more command and confidence now, and they should be able to take it on from here and either add to their lead or close it out. Surely they'll manage one or the other.
Higuain. And there's a long ball. That was one quality pass away from being a very decent chance. Looked very promising.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Firmino. Rugani. And it's Ramsey. Ramsey drives it forward. Dinks one in. Timely intervention. And they've got it back as soon as they gave it away. And it's played forward. Mane. Has he picked him out?
Well, to be honest, I think they're all show and no substance. Where's the final product?
Jordan Henderson. And here's Roberto Firmino. Rugani proves too strong there. And it's Henderson. Gomez. Fabinho. Jordan Henderson. Back into the middle. Pjanic. Matuidi. Dybala. And here's Higuain. Dybala. Higuain. And the shot! Yes! And the lead is 3! It is surely done!
Juventus are so well practiced in the art of keeping the ball through wonderful passing and movement, and a real appetite to ensure it's reflected in their goal count.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. 3 without reply. This is becoming a stroll. Well read, he sorted that out. And that's that. Juventus, winners of a no contest. They just swamped their opponents in superior quality. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Yeah, they had a game plan which was about hammering away in central positions, and it paid off. For me, they were persistent and ruthless.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.